What's up everybody and welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over a concept called props, short for properties. What props do is they allow you to pass data from a parent component to a child component. So you'll remember in the last video, we did split out some of our components. We took them out of the app component and made them into their own thing, the cart and the products. And that effectively broke our app. So there are a couple steps we're going to need to take in order to fix these components and get them to work. The first step is to be able to pass data from the app component down to the child components. And then we're also going to have to make it so that when we use the event add to cart or delete, they actually are able to update the cart. So for this video, let's start by getting some props in place. So a small example of a prop, because a prop could really be anything passed from a parent component to a child component. So as a small example, we have this hard-coded cart, which I see as a title. So if we go into cart and we create the prop called title, and then we pass it a string called cart, and we save that. And then in order to get this prop working inside of the cart component, you have to create the variable. So if you export let cart, if you export let title and then you put the title in here, so you delete this out and you do title and you save, you'll see that we are now using that prop in order to display the H1. So you create the variable, you export it, and then you set it as a prop inside of the app component when you declare the component. So that's just a very basic example. All right, so now that we know how to pass data from the parent component to the child component, I'm going to leave the cart in the app component because both components do need access to it. There are some other ways that you can handle data like that. But for now, just to get the component working, we're just going to set up the array in the app component and pass it down to the components that need it. So as an example, if we set cart equal to cart, inside of curly braces, and then inside the cart component, we're going to export let cart. You don't actually have to set it as an array yet, and you save. And I do have an object here just to show an example that it's working. So if we just fill the cart with an ID and an object of a product that we've added, you'll see that it does add it to the cart and it passes it down to the component. One more step I'd like to take to clean this up. We're going to delete this out, and a couple different components are going to need access to it. You have this products array. Now the products array is a little different than the cart. It's a more constant object. Usually you'd get your products from a database if you were running a store, but since we don't have a database and we're only working on the front end, let's go ahead and create another directory in our lib folder. So we'll create it and we'll call it constants. And inside of constants, we're going to create a file called productslist.ts. If you did run it as a JS application, that ending will just be JS. And inside here, we're going to cut this products array and we're going to put it in here. We're going to export const products list. We'll save that. And then we can import this. And since it's not a default export in that products list, we do have to put it in curly braces. We do products list from ... to go up one. We go into the constants and we just import products list. And if we change this to products list, you'll see that we can access it. And we now have our products list still showing. Now we're not going to worry about this error here yet, because we do have to change the way that we're dispatching the events. We are one step closer to getting this app working again. In the next video, we're going to go over dispatching events from one component to another. This was just a very quick overview on props and how to pass data. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment below. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe on it. Get it out there. And I hope to see you in the next one.